Matt Stepp, Dave Campbell's Texas football back here at the Texas High School Coaches Association Convention here at the head coach of the South Oak Cliff Golden Bears, Coach Jason Todd. Coach, welcome to Coaching School.
Hey, thanks for having me, man. It's always a good joy to, come down to Coaching School. With COVID last year, we missed out on it, so it's a pleasure to get away from home one last trip before football season starts.
It's almost that time, isn't it?
Yes.
You can kind of feel it in the air, right? Everybody's kind of excited about the season, and
yes.
With the sense a little bit more normal this year, it seems like things are trending in the right direction, and hopefully we can keep it going in that right direction, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You got your pen and paper ready in case you need to draw some plays up out there in the lobby. If
No. I really don't play the last man with the pen game. I leave that for other people.
That works though. That's true though, right? The last man with the pen always wins, right?
Yeah, never the loser.
But I mean, when you've been, I don't want to date you, but
okay.
You've been around a little while.
Yes.
When you come to coach, what is your advice to your young coaches when they come to coaching school? What do you want them to get out of this experience?
Biggest thing I would say is just developing relationships with other guys, because you never know when you can cross paths, and you never know when somebody else may be able to help you, with knowledge with football, or it could just be some life things, So as long as you got relationships and understand people from different areas, it may help you with film trading one day, scouting a team that you may don't get film on. So, when you got people in different areas, it really expounds your, whole knowledge of the game.
You guys at South Oak Cliff have been very successful in recent years. You guys have done a great job, and I feel like a lot of times you and your coaching staff, and sometimes inner city coaches in general, haven't always gotten the credit that they deserve, because you guys are fighting some, and you're not one to make excuses
yes.
or talk woe is me. You're not that kind of guy, but you guys fight some different battles than guys in more wealthier areas
yes.
face, for sure. So with that perception being out there that sometimes inner city schools win on talent alone, and that they're not really schematically sound and that kind of thing. But I feel like you and your staff were recognized and got to speak at the DFW Coaches Clinic this year,
yes.
and your staff has been recognized as a staff that does a great job. Do you feel like those perceptions are starting to change in a positive direction?
I think by some of the teams that have actually played us, and had to go against us, I think a lot of those coaches actually, sing high praises for some of the things we're doing. I think in some areas, I think we still need to improve, and that's led by me. So I'm the first person that needs to improve in some areas, and it filters on down to the staff and the kids. But, I think we are trending in the right direction, and a lot of times it is attributed to talent when we win. But like I tell people all the time, when Kyler Murray, was at Allen, he played – it was 5 pros on that team.
Yeah.
And nobody ever attributes their victories to talent. But when it's in the city, we always get our – big wins attributed, because it's the kids. It's never anything that the coaches do.
I mean, we all know you got to have great players to
yes.
win state championships, but there's a lot else that goes into it. You got to
yes.
have a lot of luck. You
yes.
got to be healthy, and coaches X's and O's can sometimes maybe not win you a ball game, but sometimes if your guys are in the wrong place or misaligned, it can lose you a ball game.
Yeah,
right?
In the situational aspects of football, and that's what a lot of people kind of sleep on at times. It's not the big picture. A lot of times it's those small situations where a kid's going to either execute or he's not going to execute that wins and loses games in those big games.
For you guys, your goals are more than just winning a district championship.
Yes,
you guys have and you're in a tough region. You got a lot of great teams and great
yes.
programs. For you guys in the Golden Bears, I know there's a lot of expectations this year. We think highly of you guys. We think you guys have a chance to make a lot of noise this year.
Yes.
What needs to go right for your ball club in 2021 to have the kind of success you think you can have?
The first thing, I think it needs to be togetherness throughout the whole program. Where everybody gets in the car and we all believe in driving toward one destination. That's the first thing. The next thing I think it comes down to our quarterback. We think we got a quarterback who last year didn't get to show all his capabilities with the COVID and missing spring ball and things like that. But we think we have one of the top quarterbacks in the state of Texas, and we really think that he's going to throw for probably about 3,000 to 4,000 yards this year.
When you talk about having that spring ball and having some 7-on-7 this year,
yeah.
how for his development and your team's development, how much further along are you guys at this point this year than you were a year ago?
I say since I've been at SOC offensively, I think we've never been at this point since Coach Emmett Jones left to go to Texas Tech. So I think offensively, I think we're going to be very high-powered, and I think that we're going to really be throwing that ball around this year. And I think we're going to have a lot of success that's going to catch a lot of people off guard.
And then, I'm assuming your guys, from a strength and speed standpoint, being able to get in the weight room and you
yes.
guys being able to work with your kids.
Yes.
How big was that for you guys in the spring and summer to actually, get to use that new weight room that you guys have there at SOC and that new field?
Yes.
You guys got to get in there and work with your kiddos. How big was that?
That was very big, because what you got to realize that we played a lot of sophomores last year. It's probably about 6 or 7 sophomores that started for us throughout the year last year. Those guys had never been through a spring, never been through off season. So, this was their first time actually going through those things as far as really being in the weight room all summer, all spring. And you can see their bodies changing, and you can see they're getting more physically stronger. And it's going to help them, later on when we're playing those teams that we need to beat to get down the road.
You've been at SOC. You've had a lot of success there recently. And I'm sure you've gotten calls from other schools about other jobs. And I know it's flattering, and you always take the call and listen when someone calls you. Why is SOC the right place for you? Why have you decided to – a lot of guys would try to move up into to a suburban job and those kind of things. What's so special about SOC, and why does it mean so much to you to stay there and try to win a state championship?
First of all, it's a Dallas school, number one. It's also a school my mother, uncles graduated from. My grandfather was principal there for 14 years. It was some things back in the 80s. My grandfather actually the one that fired Norman Jett, who was the most successful coach the South Oak Cliff has had. And I just, I wasn't back in those times, but I just want to correct those wrongs. And I want to get the school to the first state championship to represent Dallas. And, and that's what we're all striving for, because it's just not me. I got to have guys that also, as a good assistant coaches, that are not trying to go run to the highest paying job also, that really take it personal to be successful in Dallas. And, when I got a guy like Coach Ward, Coach Spencer, Coach Ingram, guys that's been around me, for a time, and we're getting that experience and continuity from years of working together. But the biggest thing is I just want to right a wrong that a lot of people feel may have been done back in the past. And I feel what better way to make that reunion than the person who fired grandson comes back and win. And
it'd be a cool story.
Yeah, and we can have his daughter who's still living. We can correct some wrongs.
There you go. Hypothetically, if you guys played, I know it's a long way away. If you guys played for a state championship at AT&T Stadium, how many people would show up for that game from alumni in the city of Dallas? I mean, how many people do you think would show up for that game?
I think it'll be a sellout.
You think so?
Yeah.
That'd be pretty awesome.
Yeah.
It'd be a pretty cool thing to see.
Yeah.
This summer, I saw on Twitter you took a nice vacation. Yeah. You and the missus, and you went out and did a great vacation. What was it like on the all-inclusive resort? Is that something you can get down with more often?
Yeah, it's actually something I need to expand my horizons on. I've kind of been a caveman my whole, not going on trips, but it actually was good to go somewhere and relax.
I saw you at the palm trees. The palm trees do something for you, right?
Yeah, the palm trees.
Makes you feel nice, right?
Yeah, the breeze, nice scenery, so it was actually a good vacation where you can just kind of take your mind a little bit off of the season and football, and let the other coaches run the weight room and things like that, where you get some time to yourself.
How important is that for you and your coaches? Do you tell your coaches, hey, in the summer, don't take a vacation with your family, because you need to recharge that battery a little bit, right?
Yeah, I'm big on that, because it'll shorten your coaching career if you never recharge. So, I'm very big on making sure they get some personal time. Our biggest thing is just make sure we communicate, so we always still have somebody here for the kids in the weight room.
There you go.
So we can keep it open.
Next vacation, I got Jamaica.
Okay, yeah.
I'm a Jamaica guy.
And you told me the spot where I'm going to get some jerk chicken.
Yes, I got you. I got you. So, final question for you, Coach. We go to games at Kincaid Stadium, and I haven't been on campus in SOC in a while. So when you're over at SOC on campus,
yes.
where does Coach Todd go to grab a bite to eat? Before practice or before a game? What's your go-to spot around town?
The number one spot for us is actually in the Oak Cliff area, and it's right there on Lancaster. It's actually called Wing Daddies.
Okay.
They have some real good lemon honey pepper wings.
Okay.
And lemon pepper wings, which kind of got that honey on it also. And they actually serve a good pizza too.
So it's wings and pizza. Okay.
Yeah. So sometimes my favorite meal, sometimes I get a 10-piece wing meal, or sometimes I get the mini pizza combo where it comes with a small pizza and 5 wings.
There you go. That sounds good. Is that your favorite post game meal, or do you have to hit Whataburger for post game usually?
No, actually post game I really don't have a certain place. I'm too busy trying to watch some film or get home, so it's kind of late at night. So I'm just whatever's open at that time.
Is that your post when you after is it more after a loss or after a win, or it doesn't matter after the game? Or you popping the film on right away, or do you take try to get a good night's sleep and then relax?
I really try to watch it going to sleep, but whether win or lose, a lot of times after a loss I may slow down a little bit because just give me more time to just recharge, and then especially after playoff loss.
Final question for you. You guys, I've talked to Coach Ward a lot. You guys got your schedule filled. I know you were happy because you wanted to get that 10th game in. But you guys, you're playing Duncanville, in week 2. Obviously, we all know what Coach Samples and they've done at Duncanville. But for you guys to play that kind of competition before you get into district play, how important is that to play a team like Duncanville? Because I'm assuming you want your warts exposed. You want someone to show you what needs to be fixed heading into district because, like we always say, right, if you don't get exposed before the playoffs, if you get in a playoff game, there's no time to fix it, right?
Exactly, yeah, and we love that challenge. First of all, and different teams present different challenges. And the challenge with Duncanville that we feel is they're going to test our will because, they got some big guys that are going to be physically strong.
In the trenches,
recruited. Yeah, in the trenches. So, it's not about winning every battle, but it's about fighting every battle. And it's about making sure the execution is better as we go along, even if you get beat. But can you consistently still take the right steps and do the right things, make the right reads? And then I feel our program defensively in the first half last year, I felt our program was on par with Duncanville going against the offense. We gave up a couple big plays. But I think offensively this year it's time for the offense to take that step forward to match the defense. And then we're just trying to get it to a 4-quarter game.
Coach, appreciate your time. Appreciate what you do for student-athletes in the state of Texas, and good luck in 2021.
Hey, always an honor, man. And
Thanks,
you keep
Coach.
doing what you do.
Hey, thanks for watching this clip here on YouTube. If you like this kind of stuff and you want more of it, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. And remember, you can watch us live every weekday at noon at THSFootball.com, Facebook, Twitch, or here on YouTube. And if you want more of the best coverage of football in the state of Texas, check out THSFootball.com and become a Dave Campbell's Texas Football Insider at THSFootball.com/subscribe.